What's up, Scorpio? Let's see what you don't see coming. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio placements. I'm getting something about a love read here. So this may be a love read. This some of you guys could be hoping for one, or you've been watching love reads. But there's something here about like love that's kind of coming to the surface, okay? Then you guys have the Six of Cups. You have the Three of Swords, Queen of Coins, Nine of Coins. Then you've got the Moon, the Ten of Wands, and the King of Wands. Okay, if you are out of a relationship, it feels like you guys are tired of thinking about somebody you used to deal with here, okay? There's like a burden here from someone with, like, from your past. It does feel like this person, you might have been with them for quite some time. And it just feels like you could have felt played is what I'm getting. So there's something here about like a player energy. And I know that it's a King of Wands, but I don't know why it just reminds me of like a Knight of Wands. This king could have been acting like a knight. You know, being flighty, in and out, not really knowing what they want, even though they claim to know what they want. There's also like a bit of like manipulative energy here. You could have been dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But whoever this was, it just feels like you guys are still kind of dwelling or reminiscing on a situation or subject matter here that has not like it's come to an end, but it just hasn't come to a rest is what it's coming up as. Also too, you guys could be burdened at work here, but you're not saying very much. Like, you can tell people like, yeah, like work sucks, but like you're not going into full detail here. So with that Moon, the Ten of Wands, King of Wands, it feels like you guys are genuinely like tired of a boss here. Yeah, you guys could be losing sleep with this Nine of Swords. You could be stressed out, overwhelmed here with work is what I'm picking up on. A lot of you guys, you're trying to see, like, King of Wands has nothing but good energy, right? They're very impulsive, they're funny, they're creative, they mean business. But it just feels like despite you trying to kind of see like the good in their efforts, you guys are also being burdened by like maybe their sudden requests or just the amount of work that they expect from you here. It feels like someone here has to do something above their pay grade, but it just feels like you guys are burdened right now by somebody here in an authority figure, okay? So what you don't see coming, Six of Cups, you could be having flashbacks or reminiscing about the past a little bit more. Here's what it feels like, especially during your season right now. It feels like, again, death and rebirth, right? So this is about transformation, transmuting. So a lot of you guys right now, you could be reminiscing about like childhood wounds here, maybe like childhood trauma, dwelling in childhood trauma, childhood wounds. You could be reconnecting with like people from your childhood. Some of you guys, this is about like a high school reunion or something like that. You could be like reconnecting with people that you used to go to school with here. This could also be someone from your past in terms of an ex that you could be reminiscing about. Again, the only reason why I keep saying reminiscing is because look how fresh those roses are, right? Like, this is supposed to be a grave site, and whatever this is, it's dead and gone, it's in the past, but it's like you keep revisiting something. Here's what I'm picking up on, okay? So whatever this is, it just feels like you guys could be in your head. But it feels like what you don't expect is just like more of that, okay? There's something here about fixing childhood traumas, childhood wounds here, especially since you guys are in your birthday season. A lot of you guys could be just reminiscing about the past, like whether it's a good thing where you're like, man, like I never thought I'd come this far in my life, right? Whereas like others of you are like, dang, like I always thought I was going to be with that person at this point in time in my life. So it's bittersweet is what it feels like. It's like 50-50. Like you guys are either on one side of that spectrum or you're on the other side. But whatever this is, it just feels like it is fresh, okay? You guys are either being like grateful or you're just like dwelling in something here. Three of Swords. Don't break your own heart is what I'm getting with that, okay? Especially if you are reminiscing here about somebody from the past that did you wrong or that just didn't work out. It feels like with this Three of Swords energy, it's like what you don't see coming is like you're going to end up breaking your own heart. It almost feels like you guys could go so deep into the past here that you kind of like start to take what you have currently for granted, okay? So it's like you guys could be in a relationship with someone, you can love them, right? But it doesn't compare to like your first love, right? Or maybe it doesn't compare to the way you used to feel about a certain someone, but it just feels like that's not the point, right? Like this person isn't that person for a reason, and whoever you're with, they bring so much more to the table. Obviously you're with them, and so it just feels like don't take from your current situations to feed to past situations, because those situations are already gone. I'm hearing dead and gone. So moving forward here, don't put yourself in that position where, you know, you start to kind of dig up the past, and in the meantime you're throwing dirt on your present, right? Essentially kind of unintentionally burying your future as well. So just keep that in mind, okay? The Queen of Coins, what some of you guys don't see coming is an unexpected raise here. Okay, it feels like your money's coming up. You could be I don't know why I'm getting it. If you have like properties and stuff like that, you could have more tenants moving in during your season than any other season. So there's like more money coming in. So your money's looking really good. There's a glow up here for some of you. You guys could be buying better clothes. It feels like a lot of you guys are frugal. Even if you do have money, it still feels like you're frugal. But ultimately, it does feel like you guys could be spoiling yourselves for your birthday here. Or you could just be like trying to do the most just to kind of make the most out of your season, okay? And again, with that rose, I feel like roses are very prominent here for some of you, or maybe for a lot of you. So it feels like there's like a love situation that could be coming in. And again, I did predict like a little bit of a love reading, and again, roses do talk about love. So I do feel that you guys are open to giving to a love situation here, but it feels like once your money is where you want it to be is when you're going to be open to like doing that. So do expect yourselves to become more open to the idea of dating or giving to a situation in terms of long term, okay? So this is like if you've been dating someone for quite some time, or you've been living with someone, this is you finally giving a proposal, or maybe you're getting proposed to. So whatever this is, it does feel like you guys are ready for something more, something long term here, okay? The Nine of Coins, what some of you guys don't see coming is more self-sufficiency here, okay? With that Queen of Coins to the Nine of Coins, yes, this is my single card. So if you guys are single, trust me, your money's gonna be like so intact, it's gonna be ridiculous, okay? And it's like you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna be hyper independent, and there's nothing wrong with being hyper independent, right? But it comes down to, at that point, you're gonna have to change some standards, some guidelines here. Just change the way that you're going about how you pick people, right? Because I feel that the more self-sufficient you become, the more you're realizing that, like, yes, it would be nice to have somebody that's got their own money and has their own accomplishments here, but it also does feel like some of you guys could say, well, you know, it doesn't really matter. I don't need this person really to make money. Like, I'm making money for us. So you could be more like on the traditional side of things, where you're like, whatever, I don't care what they make. Like, their money's their money, my money's our money, for some of you. But for others of you, it just feels like you guys are focused on that bag right now. And so what you don't see coming is just more of that opportunity to grow that bag, more of an opportunity to really just put yourselves in a higher position here, higher statuses. And it does feel like you guys are going to be doing really good if you have your own businesses, if you own property. If there's something here that you're doing on your own, it feels like things are growing vastly here, and you are becoming more self-sufficient and hyper independent as the days go on, okay? So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you in the next one.